All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our Super Mario Brothers project. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. Yesterday, if you recall, we actually were able to get our program compiled all the way through up until the point where we had our images being able to show in grayscale. So let's have a look at that. This is the code here in our Google Colab. You can see everything is still compiled. I just compiled everything again up until the point where we have it. Now I do have a concern here concerning this workaround. As you can see here, if you take a look, you can see our shape is a 240 by 256 by 1, which isn't correct. Let me tell you that why. Because once we pass our environment and everything else that comes along with it into this environment, you see this number 4 here inside this vec frame stack. This number indicates how many frames we want to stack on top of each other when we're actually training our model. So we want to train 4 or black and white images on top of each other. That's how we want to train. But as you can see here, after we run everything, our shape is still a 240 by 256 by 1, letting us know that there's only one frame being picked up. So that's telling me that the EMV environment with our game inside of it isn't being picked up inside of the frame stack here. So if I actually try to go back in the, so let's change this from environment 1 and let's change it to EMV where our actual joypad space is. We come back in here, let's run everything again just to get everything reset so we don't have any hiccups. So we'll reset everything. I skip one, I think. I skipped this one second. Let's do this. See, yeah, we're having the error now because we're trying to pick up that EMV environment. And we're having the, I bet it's going to be that seed error again. No. Vec, the Vec frame stack only works with gem spaces box and gem spaces dick observation spaces. So the Vec frame can only work with the dummy Vec, so it has to be the EMV1. So that's why I had the EMV1 here, letting them know that we're passing in this environment into this environment because only these two work together. But for some reason, this one isn't getting picked up. And again, this is inside of our E environment 1, so it should get picked up. Maybe if I change this to environment 2 to distinguish. Let me see. We'll start from the top again. We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll do. What's going on with this? 1 second. So this one here, maybe I didn't go high enough to reset everything. So let's start from the very top. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, yeah, I didn't go high enough last time. So we got that. And we got our dummy vec. Is good. Is it good? It's taking awfully long. Okay, that's good. Now let's run the ENV2. Let's see if this holds. See, that held and took. But this is going to still be a 1 with the shape. Once we reset this, I guarantee it. It's still 1. So it's letting me know that the environment isn't actually being stacked up like we want it, because we want 4 stacks. Or we want a 4 stack of frames that we want to train. But it's only picking up the 1, letting me know that the environment isn't being read here. And we can't pass this environment. Let me see if I change this back to EMV. Do it that way. And then change this back to EMV. And then we'll go to the top and reset everything one more time and see what happens. See, now I gotta go to the top again. Sorry about that. 1 second. No, that was the right top. Oh, no, we gotta do the environment. Okay, so we'll set that one. We'll set this one. I don't know why they take so long to reset when you're just resetting. Okay, it's taking, that one took. Let's get this one. Let's get this one. This one here. Let's reset it. Okay, so this is the joint. It's gonna be the seed error. Yeah, so now it's the seed error again because it's reading the dummy EMV the same as the joypad EMV. And again, the dummy EMV takes the seed argument. The joypad doesn't. But when we leave them as the same name, the seed argument can't distinguish between the two. So it's passing the seed argument to the dummy vec and the joypad, which the joypad doesn't take. So it's throwing the error. So we're back to that. So that's why I changed this one to environment 1 initially. But when I change it to environment 1, we won't be able to pick up the environment inside of the dummy vec to actually stack our frames to train them. And it's not necessarily a automatic stop saying that we can't move forward. The only difference is I'm wondering, instead of training on four individual black and white images, maybe we can just go ahead and train on one uh, colored image. I'm guessing, wouldn't that be the same? I'm asking a rhetorical question. I'm assuming it would be the same because if what's this going on with this here? I didn't change it back to ENV1. Okay, let's do that. Yes, like I was saying, if we could just train one colored image as opposed to four black and white images stacked on top of each other, wouldn't that be about the same amount of data that we have to work through for our model to train on? It's just a question I'm asking myself rhetorically. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, it's not saying that we aren't able to access the environment and train it, but if it's not being read inside of the vector frame stack, then there's no telling that it's being stacked, and there's no telling that it's being read inside of here where we need it to be read inside. So we won't be able to actually train the environment that we want to train. So I'm saying, maybe, like I said, maybe if we just bypass the vec frame stack altogether and just go ahead and train our image with a color instead of four individual black and white images stacked on top of each other, and we might still get the same output. I'm not sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run both codes simultaneously. So we have one up here we didn't run yet. I'm running two codes, so if we do make changes, I have a master code and I have a test code. The test code is the one down here. So if we need to make any changes to the master code, we bring it down here to the test code, and we actually run it on a test code before we implement it into our master code and move forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run two versions of this code. I'm going to try to work it all the way out the way it is without the shape being accessed and without the shape being stacked on top of each other. We're going to try to move forward like that, and then we're going to try to move forward in the master code without having to stack our frames at all. So when we're going to move together, we're going to leave it like this. We see it's not being read, but we still have our environment pass. We're going to work it just like this. And then on the master code, I'm going to go ahead and remove the vector frame stack altogether and just see if we can train a regular image that's colored and not all black and white, and see if we can still move forward like that. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is all trial and error. So we're going to keep moving forward together. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. And for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.